if we don't draft him, I will personally drive down to MetLife Stadium and demand answers from the organization. What is going on, my beautiful people of YouTube? It's your boy, the one and only ty.reallll, coming at you again with another video. If you're new to the channel, please do me a huge favor. Make sure you go ahead, click that subscribe button, click that notification bell, and also be sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok as well, ty.reallll with 4 L's. So I'm doing a little different video for you guys today, man. As you guys know, I'm a Giants fan. Well, former angry ex-Giants fan. Just want to put that out there because, as I always say, I'm too through with the organization. But we did show some promise this year, not on the offense by any means, strictly on the defense. But the team looks like they're coming together a little bit. So I said, you know what? I got to come out with my draft predictions. You know what I mean? I one day, when it gets to the point where I can happily and gladly wear a New York Giants jersey outside my house. Because I can't do that right now. I just can't. I go outside with like an Eli Manning jersey or, you know, an old Brandon Jacobs jersey. And everybody's just like looking at me laughing. Like, you know, like I'm walking around with underwear or something. You know what I mean? Like I'm really tired of people disrespecting me. So I said, you know what? You know, I'm just going to hang up the jersey. I'm just going to hang up the jersey until they get somewhat good, somewhat decent, make the playoffs, make a little run, and then I'll put my jersey back on and wear it gladly at the house, man. I swear, I remember going to the Super Bowl parade, and I just felt so welcomed. You know, be around thousands and thousands of Giants fans, man. I feel right at home. And quite honestly, that might have been the first and last time I ever felt that way. Because I swear, if you walk out this house right now, I don't care where you are, New York, New Jersey, if you walk out your house with a Giants jersey, man, you're going to be the laughingstock. It's just a fact, man. So I'm coming out with my top 5 draft predictions. Or not necessarily draft predictions, top 5 players that I want the Giants to draft. Because as you guys know, I'm already too through with the organization. And if the Giants don't draft one of these 5 players, man, I will be taking a trip up to MetLife personally myself and demand answers from the organization, man, because at this point it's just ridiculous. How many years are we going to rebuild? Just asking the simple question. How many years are we going to rebuild, man? And I swear, some delusional Giants fans, yeah, it's a rebuilding process. Rebuilding process maybe, 3 years, maybe 4 years? Bro, we've been going at this for like how many years now? Like, this is just ridiculous. This is honestly just ridiculous at this point. This is just pure insanity. Pure insanity. So these are our top 5 players I want, man. Coming in at number 5, you guys might look at me like I'm crazy. I feel like he's a bit under the radar. Amon-Ra St. Brown, coming out of University of Southern California, man, USC. I really like Amon-Ra, man. And I don't feel like he's really getting the credit he deserves, probably because he plays in the Pac-12. The Pac-12 is not a super dominant, you know, football conference. But I really like Amon-Ra. I remember him coming out of high school, being a 5-star recruit. I swear I've never seen a kid that age run routes like that. When he went into USC, he had an immediate impact right away. He had like a little over 700 receiving yards his freshman year. Came out his second year, had over 1,000, and then his third year, everything got messed up with COVID. I think they played like 5 games, but he still balled out. He had like 7 touchdowns, man. He reminds me a little bit of an Antonio Brown, his ability to get in and out of routes. Not physically tall. He's listed as like 6 feet, 6'1". Personally, I think when they do his measurables at the combine, he's going to be like 5'10", maybe. He looks like he's a big kid, though. 5'10", maybe like 200, 190, probably like 190, 185. But he's stocky, man. This dude, this is a brolic individual, man. Or a brolic individual. Like, I'm watching videos of this kid, like, he's bench pressing, like 270, 300, like, no problem, like, just pressing it. I'm like, are we sure he's a receiver? You know what I mean? I remember I was watching this video on YouTube, And his high school coach was saying he lists with the offensive line. He's a receiver. You know what I mean? But like I said, he reminds me of an Antonio Brown. Just his ability to get in and out of breaks real quick. There's not really a route on the route tree that he can't run. He can stretch the field. He can run short, intermediate routes. He could block. Very strong individual, like I said. I'm real big on Amon-Ra. I really am. And I feel like he's slipping a bit under the radar. But if the Giants get him, man, I will be thrilled. I will be absolutely thrilled if we can get Amon-Ra. But he's my number 5. Coming in at number 4, we have Jalen Waddle. As you guys know, the wide receiver corp at Alabama. Jalen Waddle, this dude is an absolute burner. Absolute burner, man. He's drawing a lot of comparisons to Tyreek Hill. He definitely has X-Factor ability just because he can run. He can stretch the field. He can run any round the route tree. As we know, his season was cut short last season because of an injury that he had. But to be honest with you, that showed me his grit and toughness where he was out that whole entire time and he came back just to play in that championship game. I said, yo, this kid's a warrior. This kid is a warrior. And clearly, like, I think he only had, like, what, 1 or 2 passes thrown. Like, they weren't targeting him. It's just the threat because he's an X factor on the field, you know? He was looking to be the number 1 guy, but he got hurt. But I really like Jalen Waddle, man. I really do. And just to see him go out there and play that one last game and he's over there limping, clearly in pain, he's definitely tough. He has toughness. He has grit. And if he can carry that with him through the NFL, I honestly think it'll take him a long way. So Jalen Waddle, I have coming in at number 4. At number 3, I got the big tight end coming out of Florida, Kyle Pitts. I remember this dude, Kyle Pitts, in high school, man. He's from PA. This kid can honestly do it all. 6'6" tight end. He looked like he about, 250, maybe 240. He looks kind of lean. He looks kind of skinny to me, but he could do it all. He could put his hand in the dirt and block. You can split him out wide at wide receiver. You know, he can run short, intermediate, deep routes. Kyle Pitts can do everything, especially in this day and age where the tight ends are dominating football. You look at guys like Kelsey, you look at guys like Kittle. They're dominating the game of football. You know what I mean? So I think if the Giants can go and get Kyle Pitts, I think he will be so good in that Giants offense. And I know some of you Giants fans are like, wow, we have Evan Ingram. Why would we draft another tight end? It's because he's not just a tight end. Evan Ingram is not 6'6". Evan Ingram, it doesn't have consistent hands. To me, Evan Ingram is the potential of what he could be. I think Kyle Pitts can come in the league right away and have an immediate impact. An immediate impact. You know what I mean? And like I said, we could spread him out. We could put him at wide receiver, let him be like a little Megatron, and let him run down the field and go get one. We don't have that true deep threat on the New York Giants. We have Slayton who can flat out fly, but Slayton is not 6'6". You know what I mean? Slayton is not 6'6". If we could get Kyle Pitts, I would genuinely be happy. Have like a two tight end set, kind of like what the Cleveland Browns were doing a little bit. Like, I would really genuinely be happy if we can get Kyle Pitts. This kid is an absolute stud. He's a baller. A freaking baller. And there's nothing he can't do. What did he score? Like 12 touchdowns this past season at Florida? And people were mad he didn't play in the bowl game. I wasn't mad. I understand why he's not playing in the bowl game. He knows he's a special talent. He might, honestly, he might just be the best player in the draft. He just might. With ability to do everything, he might just be the best player in the draft. I would be absolutely thrilled if we can get Kyle Pitts. But that's my number 3. Coming in at number 2, we have Jamar Chase, man. I feel like a lot of people forget about Jamar Chase. He had an absolute dog season at LSU. What was that, like 2 years ago when they won dang, I'm out here stuttering. I'm out here stuttering like crazy. Back when they won the Natty. Prove he could be a number 1 receiver on the championship caliber team. Him, Justin Jefferson. it was an almighty duo, man, an almighty duo, and they had Edwards-Helaire, crazy team. But Jamar Chase can run every round the route tree, can get the 50-50 ball. Not a physically tall receiver. He's probably like 6'1", but he weighs a lot, man. He's heavy. He's probably like maybe like 208, I think it said when I looked it up. So he could definitely he's definitely heavy. He's definitely heavy. But my problem with Jamar Chase, I have two things about Jamar Chase that I'm a little iffy on. And one is when you watch film on him, he struggles a little bit to get off of press coverage. And I honestly don't understand how. He's so like big, like he's like 208 pounds. I feel like he could just freaking just body like little corners and safeties. But that's going to be a real problem and real concern in the NFL. I understand at LSU, who's only like 19 years old, but you're going to be going up against, guys like Jalen Ramsey. You know what I mean? You're going to go up against guys like Rhodes, Sherman. He's older, but he's still doing his thing out here. You know what I mean? So I'm genuinely worried for how he's going to be against press coverage because he struggled with it in college. And another thing that I'm a little worried on is because he opted out last season with COVID, and I'm sure obviously he's working out, so he can hear his name called early. But I don't know. I feel like sitting out that whole year and not really playing football, I feel like that can hurt him. Like, I don't know. Like, if you look at basketball, like basketball is a sport, okay, you can play a pickup basketball game anywhere. You can walk down the street and play a pickup basketball game. Football is not like that. Football, you need pads, you know what I mean? It's a lot more complicated and complex, quite honestly. So I feel like him sitting out that year, I feel like it can hurt him a little bit, like maybe he's lost a step or two, he doesn't have that game experience. You know what I mean? I feel like it can hurt him just not playing. But I understand why he didn't play. I really do. But if we can get Jamar Chase, if he's still on the board, I would be absolutely thrilled. I would be so thrilled, man. This kid can do everything. He shows so much potential. Like I said, he needs a little bit of work getting off of press coverages, using footwork. But he can most definitely do it. He proved he could be a #1 receiver on a championship caliber team. Like, come on now. Jamar Chase is a dog. And coming in at #1, we got my man, the one and only DeVonta Smith. If we can get this brother, man, the Giants will be a next-level team. A next-level team. If DeVonta Smith is on the board, personally, I don't think he's going to go. I don't think he'll be on the board by the time we get to him. I'm thinking maybe the Dolphins would take him. But if we could get DeVonta Smith, man, oh man, I will be a happy cat. I will be the first one to go to the store and buy his jersey. This dude shows enormous potential. Winning the Heisman. Like, what wide receiver wins the Heisman? Like, that's strictly like a quarterback. Sometimes you get a running back that wins the award. He won the Heisman. Did you see what he did in the championship game? In the first half, he couldn't even play the second half. Did you see what he did in the first half? DeVonta Smith, man, this dude can run every single route on the route tree. There's nothing he can't do. The thing people are so scared about is, he's skinny. You know what I mean? What is he, like 175? Like, I'm really not worried about his weight. Putting weight onto somebody, quite honestly, a football player is not really all that hard. You put them on a weight plan, you know what I mean, nutrition plan. You have to think it's the NFL. They have the best of the best nutrition group in there. Like, they will get him right. You put him in a weight room. I'm surprised in the Alabama weight room they didn't put more weight on him. I don't know. I have to look more into that. But Nick Saban's huge on this kid. And if Nick Saban is huge on somebody, man, I'm going to be huge on somebody. This brother DeVonta Smith is next level. I have not seen a receiver like him in a long, long time. But I don't understand. It's like people, he's too skinny. To play wide receiver, you don't need to be big. You see guys like Ocho Cinco. Ocho Cinco said his playing weight was like 185. I saw a video, Ocho Cinco struggled to squat 135. And that man dominated in the NFL for years. You know what I mean? I'm not really worried about that. If he is still on the board, we must draft DeVonta Smith. If he's still on the board, we have to draft him. We just have to. If we don't draft him, I will personally drive down to MetLife Stadium and demand answers from the organization. I know they're probably going to send me home, probably going to turn away. I'm standing right here until you guys answer my questions. Why did we not draft number 6? Why did we not draft Devontae Smith? That would be unacceptable. That would be completely unacceptable if he's on the board and we don't draft him. Completely unacceptable. And I know the Giants, they're just going to find a way to try to mess this up. But there's really no way you can mess it up. There's really no way you can mess it up, but I know the Giants will mess it up. I want to wear my Giants jersey outside with pride. Okay, it's in my closet. Probably has freaking spider webs on it by now because I haven't worn a Giants jersey in years. In years. It's like, dang, I'm tired of losing, man. I'm genuinely tired of it. Can we win? Can we win, New York? Can we win? So just to recap in this order, number 1, I want Devontae Smith, man. Number 2, I want Jamar Chase. Number 3, I want Kyle Pitts. Number 4, got Jalen Waddle. And number 5, I have Amon-Ra St. Brown. If we could get any of those guys like in that order, you know, obviously guys are going to get selected and taken, but in that order, if we have those players on the board, we got to take them. We just have to. When, like I said, Amon-Ra is going to slip. I don't even know if he'll be drafted in the first round. I do think he should be a first-round draft pick, quite honestly, but he played at USC. He probably won't be selected in the first round, but this dude is severely, severely underrated. Severely underrated, man. But, yeah, that's about it. Hey, let me know down in the comments who you guys want to see drafted on the New York Giants. If I left any players out, do you agree with my list? Do you disagree with my list? Hey, just let me know. Just leave something down in the comments below. But that's all the content I have today, man. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. And, oh, real quick before I go, I just want to thank you guys so much for watching my videos on TikTok. I had one video blow up. It got like a little over like 14,000 views. So I'm just so thankful and so appreciative of you guys liking it. Whether you agree with my post, whether you disagree with my post, because I know my posts are very controversial about sports. But thank you so much for watching my videos. And real quick, before I go, I just want to leave you guys off with some words of motivation. And I posted a video on TikTok talking about the key to success. But I had somebody ask me, well, Ty, what is success? And everybody has a different definition of what success is. Oftentimes in today's world, for some reason, it gets related to money. But to me, success is personal accomplishments that make you happy. You know what I mean? Money doesn't bring happiness. You can have $1 million and still be unhappy. You could be the richest man in the world, but still be unhappy deep down. So to me, success is personal accomplishments that make you happy as an individual. Because your happiness is the only thing that matters in this world. Continue to strive to be successful and continue to strive to be and stay happy. That's all the content I have for y'all. Till next time, folks. Peace!